Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright. Justice for All. On our last exciting episode, well, we figured out that somebody else was outside at that time during the scene of the crime. And what we're trying to find out is who was it that was out there at the scene of the crime. So, on that note, we're going to continue this courtroom battle as we get to the second half of this case of day 2. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 5.
Spacey! You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene! So then where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room!
And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly, he told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Damn it! Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means...
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Damn it! Fabulous! That's a fabulous and impossible possibility! Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Think about it, all they found at the scene of the crime was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Oh,
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. Damn it! You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool.
fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29, 12:06 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Kammer, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Mr. Lance Kells, please take the stand.
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? There's an in-joke there if you didn't catch it.
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. It was cloven on the border right in the closet.
In-joke. I'm gonna try to do that again. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. I'm sorry, I'm gonna move on.
Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court of why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a court in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in the Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah! Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shoes, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
The court is displeased by this display of bad humor.
Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one?
But a couple of clouds out of the Your name.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafari walked into the plaza.
Without the humor, please.
Okay.
Poor Mo can't be his normal Stooge self in court.
I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get returns is vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can make people laugh. I'm almost useless, but I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
Please. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
Witness.
Yeah?
We will listen to your call after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you! I can't wait!
Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want!
Oh, shit. This is gonna be good. This is really gonna be good.
The night of the murder, after her practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over his head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I'd have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized.
However, this witness is a bit, how do you say, off kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid if you push this witness too far, it will bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Yes, exactly right. If you do press him, you will get penalized hard. So we're going to do the following. 1, 2, 3. Press 3. You just happen to glance out the window? You could say that. You could also say peek, stare, glimpse, peep, eyeball. Mr. Cruz! Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday, once I had tickered myself in bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah! I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right! I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Oh, ow, ow, ow! That's not something you'll just forget to mention! Yeah. What she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Crows, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. Press that. What was it? What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. No! How'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw? You press on 6. Hold it! You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did! It was the climax of my story! It really does enjoy the complete random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean weapon? I've no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
No. You did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see weapon.
Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an extra reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Yeah, and look at the size of that son bitch. Wasn't that a bit melodramatic? So that really be them Phoenix Wright. Do you have any clear basis to believe that that her crime is whipping that whip? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you would be telling us all about that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness' very own testimony! What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump or someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching him, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
And Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
In 1974, you do a quarterback!
In jokes, he's making in jokes that I can't really read so fast. But I can try to say this. In 1972, a crack clown unit was sentenced to a crime that they were not committing. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit these public
of a crime that they didn't commit. These girls probably escaped. I can try to read this.
For the straight face, I'm so sorry. If I could actually read this with a straight face, but I sure as hell can't.
These clowns probably escaped from a maximum security clown car. Oh, God. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the CTC to this court?
No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick!
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
Oh, you're back from your jog.
well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. Assed up, no less. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Vaughn, Von Karma! Tampering with witnesses again. So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Coase!
Your Honor?
You did not witness the actual crime, however you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I catch even a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah, the silhouette.
I was a bit far away, but that shadow could have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His Hellcat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
I'll really have some water after this. Does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. You took your time realizing that, didn't you? Whatever. There should be enough, right? It is decisive testimony.
Is Max really at the crime scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. You have to keep believing that. Alright, Mr. Wright, come in and show cross-examination. There's only one thing we have to do. We have to present the following. Emblazoned with Max 3 symbols. Max 3 famous symbols. And as you can see here, you see the cloak, the silk hat, and of course, the white roses. Objection! You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols?
I suppose so, the silk hat and the cloak, right?
No. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
3 symbols?
You mean everyone do it all together now?
Silk hat, cloak,
White roses! What the?
Who cares if they knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like me? I like me. Silence, fool. I can't do this. You ought to respond with the truth, no fractions. That was more like pie to me, and I like pie. Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there wasn't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the fact that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. The roses must have fallen off the defendant when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court.
I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me, then run away. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me! Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous temples. How can you mistake someone with that crazy get-up and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece get-up?
Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now, what is one supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge, forget that else. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximia Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap the case up now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but there should still be doubt lingering in your mind. Frankly, I have doubts. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. Seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there is no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
Ruling? This is your last chance.
The Silhouette, Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the Cell Cat. There's no way I can forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. 3 statements. No, 4. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me that there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back your accusations. You've got only a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Well, there's only one thing we have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do is present the Soul Cash. Made to order fedora that is a symbol of Max's fabulousness found at his crime scene. Objection! This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yup, that's it! That's the hat he was wearing that night! No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true! Order! Mr. Cruz!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go in and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me and smelling no matter how I go again, I was be younger you.
And once again, the crowd just shit a brick. The judge just shit a brick. Enough of this childish outburst, Mr. Curls! Who do you think you are?
I saw him! I swear I saw him! It was Matt! Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat! I'm telling the truth!
He said he's a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat! He was there!
He left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo?
What do you want?
You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went. What do you mean? How did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby! Besides, what kind of stupid questions? How did he leave the crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened?
Oh!
I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to hop on the small things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? Let's see, we got the crime photo here. And if we check the crime photo, that's it right there. That's all you need to know. I say, take that! Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints. In the photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there! Alpha 5. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of the witness testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Ooh! Bird!
Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said! Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time!
You wait a second! I think you've said more than enough for today.
That's it, nerd! I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways! I'll give you the real deal this time, I'll swear!
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you provided up until now has been false?
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just...
It's just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Ooh, that's two for you, Sheena. What do you gotta say? Ooh, burn. Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma! Or should I say, Sheena Von Karma! How could you?
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What?
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
One moment. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you have to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw.
Huh, you're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. The truth.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. And that's what I saw. This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew! He jumped up and flew through the air with the greatest of ease. He flew right off and disappeared into darkness.
What?
That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
Jeez, I'm trying to make a recording here. Oh. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Everyone has shit a brick again. That's like 3 bricks shitted. Or 3 bricks shat. Well, that was, how do you put into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
I see right! You believe the other witnesses? Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness testimony, Mr. Wright?
Prepare to shat a dump.
He's telling the truth. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he is telling the truth? That's what I think.
Hey, wait! That means that Max actually used magic!
Yikes, you're right.
Ah! Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish dream.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard the need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. If you disregard the need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. God damn. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court's now recess! December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 5. Please let me finish.
Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking you this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
Well, it's so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and I have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
Oh! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule! I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry you had to break a magician's creed to keep the magic trick secret.
What do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we can find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea! Let's do our best to catch this sucker!
And for that, I'm going to stop here, and hopefully in the next part, we shall get some questions answered and so forth on the next exciting episode of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Stay tuned for the next part. I gotta go. See you soon.